Hey guys, what's up? It's the Chaos Prophet, and today I have the Battlefield Hardline Multiplayer review. Now, I don't usually do separate reviews for a game basing on multiplayer and single player, but I've decided to do it. If you guys want the single player review, I can do it. I just haven't played much of it, so you'll have to give me time to do that. But I have played a lot of the multiplayer. Also, excuse the gameplay. I usually dropped in late in each of these gameplays that you'll see, and the one at the end isn't very entertaining, but I wanted to show some Hotwire gameplay. So, now this is 3 different gameplays all in a row. Some right what you're watching now is some heist gameplay, and then there's some blood money and some Hotwire, like I said. So I hope you guys enjoy that, even though it's not that great. So I want to talk about the multiplayer, and a lot of people are talking about it. Battlefield Hardline is a very good game. It hadn't changed much from the beta, and they changed a lot of stuff from the alpha when it first came out, and now the beta was really polished and really well thought out, and the game overall is doing pretty damn good, and everybody seems to be liking it. I like a whole bunch of features about it. One of the things I really like is the game modes. The game modes are awesome. All of them seem pretty well thought out and have to do with cops and robbers. So there's 2 game modes that I haven't played yet, and that's fine. It's just I don't do very well at those game modes where you only have 1 life, because if someone surprises you, you die right away, and then you can't help your team, and so it's not very thrilling for me. So, but eventually I will play them. Those are Crosshair and Rescue, I believe, and you only have 1 life, so it's kind of hard. You really have to work with a team. If you're working with randoms, it's not going to work very well. But anyways, the game modes are really good. I really love Heist, which is weird because I don't like Rush, and Rush is from the other Battlefields. I just never liked the front line kind of push to the incom and blow it up for no reason. This, you actually have a reason to steal the money out of the vault and work with your team to get it to the location of the helicopter to take it away. I find it much more enjoyable, so it's really a good game mode. The other one is Hotwire, and I like that game mode. It just seems like if you're not in a car, you're going to get screwed over. No matter what, you're going to get screwed over if you're not in a car with your teammates or in some type of vehicle, because they're usually driving around the outside of the map or driving right past you, and you can't do much about it. So I love the game mode. It gets you a lot of points and ranks you up fast. It doesn't get you a whole bunch of money, but it certainly gets you up in points, and so it's a pretty good game mode. I just don't play it all the time. The other one that I'm starting to play is Blood Money, and I really like it. It's a twist on Capture the Flag, and it's basically where you have to steal money from a neutral spot somewhere in the middle of the map, take money and take it back to your own vault. You can also take it from the enemy's vault if you want, and they'll lose faster that way as well. And it's really fun. It's high intensity. It's really fast paced, and for whatever reason, every time I seem to play it, I play on Hollywood Heights, which is a pretty good map. So it's good. It's just I'm wondering why I always start on that one. But yeah, speaking of game modes as well, I also suggested one to the devs. Basically, I suggested them Headquarters from Call of Duty or Hardpoint, basically, but slightly different so that it fits the Battlefield theme. And if you guys really want me to explain more of that, I will. But I suggested it to them, and they liked it. They liked the idea, so they're going to send it up to their higher-ups and see if they might make it. So if Headquarters or Holdout, I believe I called it for them, it could be called something completely different. But if it's that type of game mode where there's only 1 spot on the map where you have to defend, and basically that's the Headquarters. There's much more details than that, but basically there's only 1 Headquarters and you have to defend it. So if they choose that, then that would be fantastic, and that will be the game mode that I personally sent the idea to them. That would be awesome if they put it in the game. And gaming recognition a little bit on Twitter. So, the other things, the maps are really good in multiplayer. All of them, it's weird. I like almost all of them except for the Everglades. I believe it is the Evergreens, whatever it is. I don't really like them. The Swamplands. It's just it's too big. It's too open. I don't like the layout of it, and it just doesn't fit my needs. But like maps like these, like Hollywood Heights, are close quarters and micro destruction. There's the Block that does the same thing, where a lot of the buildings can come down and break or burn and blow up. I like that type of gameplay. Bank Job is a really close quarters because it has to do with inside the bank mostly, some outside, but not too much. So all of the maps though seem pretty well designed, and I like playing on them, especially with 64 players. That's really awesome to do, whether you're in Conquest Large or Team Deathmatch. I think has it as well, at least on the PC. I think I've only played one match, a Team Deathmatch, and it wasn't for very long. So, yeah, overall, I do like the maps. They thought them out really well, and they're going to bring out more maps. At least the first DLC I know is more micro destruction, so that's going to be fantastic. And so there's a lot of good things about multiplayer, about Battlefield Hardline, and there's some bad things, but I'm going to talk about them a little bit later on down the video, because there's not too many flaws with inside of Battlefield, which is unusual. Now, I do want to say that it took me a long time to download Battlefield Hardline, which I don't know why it did for some people. For me, it was like 12 hours plus. Some people was 16 hours or longer, and it was really weird that I don't know if it was on Visceral's side, I don't know if it was Microsoft and Sony, I don't know who it was, but there was a lot of people where it was just like, it's not downloading, and I don't know why. Some people downloaded it in 30 minutes, so it was really weird to me that some people were able to download it fast and some people weren't able to download it at all. I was trying to download it for 4 days or something like that since Sunday, and it finally downloaded on Thursday morning. So it didn't download that whole time, but I kept restarting it and whatnot, and hard resetting my my Xbox One and stuff like that, just to get it to work, to see if the install would work. But it's whatever. That doesn't really affect the game. The game is still awesome. The multiplayer is amazing. The guns are pretty well balanced. I just don't like the fact that the Enforcer has only 2 guns, and they're pretty much the same variant of each other. Like the Scar H and the H-Car are kind of the same variant of each other, kind of. And to be honest, the Scar H is better and costs less. So I really hope they give us more weapons on that. It was really stupid of them to kind of put all of the DLC weapons that you get in the Deluxe Edition that I bought onto one of the most powerful class, which is the Operator class, the Medic, basically. So the class can heal itself, revive others, and have pretty powerful weapons. It's just baffling to me. I don't understand why I can't fathom why they actually did that, because now you just made a class even more powerful than it already is. But the guns are still pretty good. I wish they would nerf the hell out of the M16 and M416. I don't know how many times I got killed by that, because once you get that weapon, those weapons that are not in the DLC, there's nothing that can really stop them. And you don't even really need attachments for those guns, because they just have low recoil and pretty fast RPM. So it's ridiculous. I don't like that they're still that powerful. And I know they nerfed it in the beta, or changed some things, but still they're just really powerful and really good. So some of the bad things that I want to talk about are the spawn systems in Team Deathmatch. When I did play a round or 2 of them, spawns are kind of messed up, and so that's kind of bad. I don't like that. Like I said, I don't like the fact that the Operator class seems to be getting more and more powerful with each battlefield. That's kind of a bad thing as well. I kind of mentioned that when you're in Hotwire, that if you are not in a car or if you're not with a good driver, the game's not really enjoyable, and I don't know how they can really fix that, but they need to do something, because Hotwire seems like a really good game mode. It's just some of these maps, especially this one, Riptide, it's just not a good map to do it on. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really like Hotwire as much as some people. Some people think it's really awesome to drive around, just shoot people. You get a lot of points, and that's fantastic, but I just don't really like it. So the spawns are kind of messed up. As far as the story in this game, isn't as strong as multiplayer, so that's kind of bad. And the Hotwire game mode seems to be a little lacking, especially when you're not in a car. If you're not in a car, it's just horrible. So like I said, there's not too many things that are wrong with the game. It's just they need to tweak a few things with weapon balancing, with spawning, and with other things like that. So anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy my review of this. Overall, the game is really good. I suggest you guys pick it up at some point or another. But I really do enjoy it. So I gotta go. This has been the Chaos Prophet saying, don't get lost in the chaos. Later, guys, and be free.